Okay, so I was going to talk a little bit about the Pytexas.org website. I'm sure everyone here has seen it at least once now. But we started off. We started off with the Twitter Bootstrap framework for the site. It doesn't look much like it anymore, but it is the underlying framework there. And as you get smaller, it adapts for your various view sizes. The menu kind of went from the left side up to the top and shrinks down for the phone and everything. The base website is Django, running Django CMS. That's what I've been familiar with. I've used it quite a bit, been fairly happy with it. One of the nice features that it has is a soft nav route, which not all the CMSs have. So here we have the root of Pytexas, which you never really see because it automatically redirects you when you go there. And then we have 2012 and 2011. So when we set up this site, first thing we did was we migrated all the 2011 content into this, and it's still accessible by going to 2011. All the URLs are the same, all the sponsor logos are still there and everything. And we have some top-level items for people that are interested in, oops. The URL apparently has moved. I'll have to figure out what that is later. Nope. Anyway, so editing within the Django CMS is pretty nice. The other big thing that's on this site is chants, which is something that we wrote for the conference. It's just something simple to manage events and then registration for the events. So you have all dealt with the registration on that. As far as like account registration, we used Django Social Auth and Django Registration, which provided nice ways of having both user registration, where you provide an email address and it verifies the email address is valid and then gives you access to the account, or the Social Auth, which has bindings for practically every OAuth, OAuth 2, and there's a few more in there. They have pre-configured Django auth backends for all of them. You just add it to the list, and then you link to it, and it sends them over there, gets the tokens back properly, and then pulls in the user data over that OAuth connection, creates the user accounts for you. One thing that we wanted to do and didn't really have time to do was make a way to merge accounts. Notice quite a few people had 2 or 3 accounts in there, and we had no way of really merging those easily. So the code for chants is up on GitHub right now. It's mainly in my personal one. We're going to merge that into the Pytexas GitHub account, or shared account. I'm not sure exactly. GitHub organization. So if anybody wants to go hack on it, or submit ideas for how to upgrade it, or wants to help out for next year or anything, that's where it is. And any questions about that?
So payment gateway.
The payment gateway is somewhat specific for this year because it's running through A&M's TouchNet system that they've paid for. As far as how it's laid out, it's all in per project settings, in the settings.py for the project. You could easily swap out what we have right now for something in PayPal. TouchNet wasn't as secure as PayPal as far as how it was handling things. They basically required that you trust whoever posted to a URL was TouchNet. You could verify the IP address, but other than that, you had to trust whatever data they sent back to you. So the actual Pytexas.org website doesn't hit TouchNet directly for payment information. We're pulling from payments.arch, which handles that TouchNet integration. We're doing some additional layers of security there to verify what we're getting back from TouchNet is actually valid and proper. And then Pytexas.org hits payments.arch and says, hey, I got a new transaction. Give me, what transaction ID it is and how much they paid. And the way that that interaction goes is the same way that PayPal handles it, to verify that the web server for Pytexas.org is the one that's initiating the request to the other server. So unless you have a man-in-the-middle attack there over SSL, that interaction should be secure. So, I don't know. Any other questions? Brian? Okay.